Hey guys, okay, so I wanted to give you guys a training on how to go zero to hero in your Mary Kay business. This is for if you signed your agreement yesterday and you're ready to make some money, or maybe you signed it a while ago, but you just haven't lived it out to its full potential yet. So I want to really show you just pretty quickly how to go from making $0 a month in your Mary Kay business to making $5,000 plus a month in your Mary Kay business, because you truly do have that ability. And I want to show you how to do it in just 3 months. So 3 months from today is day zero. This is month zero in your Mary Kay business. And in 3 months, you're going to be able to make $5,000 or more in your Mary Kay business. And I truly know that you can do that because that's what I did in my Mary Kay business. And I want that for you, regardless of what level you want to work this Mary Kay business at. We started this business, the majority of us, to make money. And it makes no sense to leave money on the table when you can go from $0 to $5,000 in 1 month, okay, or in 3 months. So I'm going to walk you guys through what that looks like and that level of activity. And the reason why I know this works, again, is because I've done it and I tracked it and I went back through and I looked to see what was my activity leading up to DIQ and what was it throughout DIQ that allowed me to finish it early and with abundance so that I can pass it on to you guys. Okay, so here we are. Zero to hero. This would be a really good time to take notes. If you don't have anything with it, just go ahead and grab something so you can take notes. Okay, so we're going to pretend that this is month zero. Okay, month zero of your Mary Kay business. You just started. So the objective of this month is to first go on Target Car and to have 10 active new team members by the end of the month. So even if you have, maybe you've got 1 or 2 team members, or maybe you have a couple or quite a few, this is a goal to get 10 new team members throughout this month. So whether you've got 0 or 5, you want 10 new, and you're going to go on Target for your car. So how are you going to do that? How are you going to fit that activity and what that takes, and what is that activity? So the first thing you want to do is see 60 faces. 60 faces. And you might be looking at me like, Brianna, like, I don't know 60 people. I don't know how to make that happen. Don't worry. We're going to walk you through it. So 60 faces breaks out to 15 parties a month with 4 or more people there. So if you have 15 parties with 4 people there, then you've seen 60 faces. Because that breaks out to 3 to 4 parties a week. 3 to 4 parties a week. That is it. To be able to see 60 faces when you've got 4 more people there. So the second thing that you want to do is you want to do 35 interviews. And if this is your first month in Mary Kay, or maybe you haven't done a lot of interviews, these are going to be with your director. So don't feel like this is going to be something scary that you need to go out and do on your own. 35 shares or interviews, career calls or surveys, whatever you want to call them, with your director. And those take about 20 minutes each, so not very much. And 35, if you break that out, that's 8 or 9 interviews throughout a week. 8 or 9 interviews a week, 20-minute time slots with you and your director on the phone. It's super simple. So I'm going to, again, show this, give you guys a little bit more details. But the objective is 60 faces and 35 interviews with your director. So your sales, if you sell $50 a face, which is average for a new consultant, low for a seasoned consultant. If you sell $50 a face, you're going to sell $3,000 by seeing 60 faces. That's a $1,500 profit in your pocket by seeing 60 faces. Okay, $1,500 by having 3 to 4 parties a week with 4 people there. And plus, you're going to get a commission check from that. And you can ask me later on, the breakdowns, and definitely check out Untouched to see how you get paid. But your commission check, it would be an estimated like $1,046, because that is a profit in month zero of your business of over $2,500. Wow. That is in 30 days from now. Over $2,500. Okay, so let's talk about what that time looks like, because time is money, right? And time is just such a scarcity, but it's the most evenly distributed resource within the world. So how are you going to use your time to be able to make $2,500? And you guys, is it worth it right now for you to go zero, making zero money in your Mary Kay business, to $5,000 in 1 month? And that activity that I just laid out for you guys is 18 hours a week. 18 hours a week if you work in your Mary Kay business to go from 0 So making $5,000 in 1 month. So I'm going to walk you through your weekly plan sheet. Okay. This is your best friend, right? Your weekly plan sheet. You can find this on Mary Kate In Touch. It's also on my Dropbox, as well as on our Facebook group. So weekly plan sheet. What you want to do first when you get your weekly plan sheet, you want to print it off. And I would just go ahead and print off 12 of them because you're going to be, this is for 3 months, right? So you're going from 0 to 5,000 in 3 months. Just print off 12 of these, all 12 of them that you're going to need. And what you want to go through and do is put in the things that you have to, that you've already got going on in your life right now. So it looks like your job, if you work 9 to 5, see, I made a pretend one here, 9 to 5 job right there. Maybe you work weekends, whatever your schedule is, put that in here. And then let's say you've got kids and you know that they've got soccer on Tuesdays, go ahead and put that in here. Whatever that is, fill in your non-negotiables throughout the week that you've already committed to. Go to church, all of those things. If you work out in the mornings, put those in here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to find 3 to 4 3-hour time slots for you to do your parties. And you guys, I want you to think smart when it comes to this. Smart looks like we have Wednesday Night Live. Every week you can bring guests. Why on earth wouldn't you book 2 or 3 parties for a time you're already here? Okay, so Wednesday Night Live, we've got that party. And then every Saturday at the studio, we have what's called Muffins and Makeovers, where I lead for you Muffins and Makeovers at 10 a.m. Again, why wouldn't you think smart and have a power day and book people back to back here at the studio for me to do it for you, me to make you money, and for you to double book them so that way you can work with the most abundance in your numbers. So if you guys look at that, so 60 faces. That looks like you having a party double booked to Wednesday Night Live and a party double booked to Muffins and Makeovers, and then doing one right afterwards at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday. That is 3 party slots, week in and week out, like hopefully double booked, because we want to make the most of our time to see 60 faces, $3,000 in sales, $3,000 in sales. If those days don't work for you, find other days, find other 3 to 4 time slots within your week where you can get in front of these people, because that's really all it takes. Okay, and then let's talk about the other stuff, because obviously we talked about shares. So shares, that looks like 8 or 9 shares a week. And again, those are about 20 minutes long. So because that's 3 hours a week for shares, 3 hours a week for shares. So I like to do mine right after Wednesday Night Live on Thursday. I block out about an hour or so for shares. That way you can do 6 shares just back to back to back on Thursday, right after Wednesday Night Live. And then I also like to do them like on Sundays or Mondays. If you don't want to work Sundays, see in this weekly plan sheet, no Sundays, no Sundays. You're not working all on Sunday. So you just want to find another time that your director is available for you to have 3 hours of shares throughout the week, because that's going to equal the 8 to 9 shares that you need. And then let's talk about booking, because you obviously want to book your parties so that you have them, and then you want to coach them so that they hold. So that looks like about 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, to make sure that you've got those 3 to 4 parties on your books and that you're coaching them to hold. So when I go through and I plug that in here, mostly in the evening, just because like that's when a lot of people, if you work 9 to 5, but don't get hung up on that. If you've got a lunch break that's 45 minutes, like why on earth wouldn't you just utilize that? You're just sitting there eating a sandwich anyway. So utilize that and just send out some booking text. 30 minutes a day for 5 days a week, because that's an 18-hour work week to make in your very first month of doing this level of activity, $2,500. $2,500. It is huge. 18 hours a week. Yeah. So, all right. So that's month one. And then month 2 of doing this. So this is you're on target for your car for the second month, and month 1 of DIQ. You're able to enter DIQ because you got 10 new active team members that first month. So you're going to be able to enter DIQ month 2. So, and then you've also got quite a bit towards your car from the first month. So you're on the second month of being on target for your car. You're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to see 60 faces week in, week out, holding 3 to 4 parties a week that are double booked because you're a smart businesswoman and you're holding those power days. And then you're going to do 35 shares. You're going to do 35 shares, and you're going to work to get those 10 new team members again. So 10 new team members, which is going to come from those 35 shares and 60 faces. But the beauty of this second month, okay, you're in DIQ. your director, me, or if your director is somebody else, is going to be helping with those initial 10 people that you brought in month one, right? You got 10 new team members. Guess what? They are going to be having that month too, because they're going to be working to go on target for their car. They're going to be working to get in their red jacket. So your director is focusing on helping them do what you just accomplished. So not only do you have just the momentum from seeing 60 faces and having 10 new team members the month before, you're doing that because you're taking personal responsibility for where you want to be in your work. But your team members are doing the same thing because they watched you do it. They watched you hold parties and they watched you hold interviews. So they're going to go out and they're going to do the same thing, which means that month one of DIQ and month two of this 3-month process is going to be so big. Your production is going to be doubled because, again, you're taking that personal responsibility, but then they're starting to too, and their people count for your DIQ team. So it's just going to continue growing. And then month number 3 of doing this is going to be the exact same thing. You're going to do 60 faces, 35 interviews, but not only do you have that first group of 10 new active team members, you've got that second month worth of 10 new active team members. Plus, you're, again, keeping that personal responsibility up, finishing your car with abundance. And not only are you finishing DIQ early, because you're finishing in 2 months, you are finishing your car with abundance, and you're putting yourself on target to finish up Equinox within your first quarter of being a director. Holy cow, you guys. Holy cow. So how do you make $5,000? How do you make $5,000? When you become a director, the big secret is you make a lot more money. You make a lot more money. So let me tell you guys, that 18 hours a week that you do your very first month, if you were a director in that month, but you're doing the exact same level of activity, the exact same faces, the exact same interviews, the exact same team members joined your team, not even talking about your team members in month 2 and 3 and 4 and beyond. You guys want to know what your same commission check would have been as director? It would have been $5,026.50. $5,000 for working 18 hours a week. Wow. So what have what would that be worth to you? Would that be worth committing 18 hours a week to your Mary Kay business for the next 3 months to have $5,000 in your pocket? For me, it was. For me, it definitely was. So I want to challenge you to go through and put 3 months into your business to make $5,000 a month from here on out. Because I can tell you, it's so worth it. You're going to have a free car. You're going to commit 18 hours a week for 3 months to make $5,000 and come out with a free car. And that's going to happen month after month after month as you continue to grow. And so do the people within your team and your unit, because they saw you. They saw you go out and doing the work. So I created this tracking sheet. It says, this month I will. This month I will. So I want you to print out 3 of these too, because you're going to do it this month, next month, and the next month after that. So it's not anything crazy complicated. I put 60 little bubbles here because those are all the faces that you're going to see. I just want you to write her name. You just write her name, and so that way you can see, how much you've done and how much you need to do. And then here's 40. I put 40 boxes, but you only need to do 35. But of course, we always work with abundance, so you can do more. So just write her name for the people that you share with. And you guys print these out and put them up on your wall. I want your boyfriends, I want your roommates, I want your mom, I want your husband to see this and be like, oh, wow, like you're doing really, really well. Or they might be like, gosh, you're supposed to do 60 faces this month. Like you better get a move on. There's only 3. But it's going to help keep you accountable. And you guys, I promise, note that I didn't even talk about requirements of CAR or DIQ or anything like that in this, because when you're out there with the people and you're working your Mary Kay business, the numbers and the requirements are going to be met and they're going to come, but the paycheck is going to come too when you are out there and you're committed personally to making this happen. So what are your next steps? What do you need to do to get this month 0, month number 1 started, because this is day 0 in your Mary Kay business? So print out these sheets, print out the weekly plan sheet, print out 12 of them. You can go to Office Depot and it'll cost you like $1. I'm not kidding. So print out 12 of these and 3 of these. Print them out, make your weekly plan sheet, go in and just make sure that you are prioritizing your work, or if you're a full-time student, obviously your school comes first. Put that stuff in there and then see when you can hold this 3 to 4 parties a week for your Mary Kay business. Then see when you can do the share calls, and then when you can do 30 minutes a day of booking, and just plug in those 18 hours. We all have the same amount of time in 1 week. And if I were you, I would put 18 hours here so you can make $5,000 in 3 months. And then you want to start lead generating. So I want you guys to get, if you are brand new, write a list of at least 50 people that you're reaching out to start your Mary Kay business. I want you guys to be able to get 50, or you want to make 50 booking contacts so that you can get 5 solid appointments on your books so that you can propel the rest. Because once you get those 5 solid bookings, you're going to be able to go through and have bookings from bookings. Those people are going to book parties, and then you're going to get referrals from those. So we're not going to worry about the other 12 parties that we've got. We need to get you going with those first 5. So make a list of 50 people. I want you to pretend like you're getting married, okay? You're having the largest wedding in America. The average wedding in America has 150 families invited to it. So I want you to make your pretend wedding list and start going through and using the booking flow chart that I have. It's on our Facebook page. It's in my Dropbox. And use those scripts and go through and contact 50 people today and tomorrow, okay? That's like 25 booking texts a day. That is totally within the half an hour that you are allotting yourself to book, or that you're staying consistent with to book. So go through and do that. If you are seasoned or you're not so new, you need to figure out a way to get 50 names, 50 people, so that you can start this booking, facelift on your business. So an idea would be fish bowls. The Mary Kay, MK Connections. They sell them on there. I think they're like $12 a piece. So you can do that. You can go to the dollar store and get literally a fishbowl or something. Or honestly, when I was in DIQ and I was doing fish bowls, I took the clear bags that the Ultimate Miracle set comes in, and there's a little lip on the front of it. I just hand wrote enter to win a free facial, and I put that piece of paper in there, and then I dropped these off. So put out those 5 or 10 local, beauty salons if they don't sell makeup there. European Wax Center, that was a huge one. Froyo for the summer. Frozen yogurt is huge. Restaurants. Just go to different places and put out those facial boxes. Also, go back through any past parties, past hostesses, referrals, anything. And if you have questions with lead generating, let me know. But you want to make 50 booking contacts today and tomorrow. 50. Okay. So that way you jumpstart and you get this 3 to 4 bookings on your date book so that you can propel the rest of your month. You guys, I hope that this has blessed you, and I hope that you see how simple this business is, because I think that sometimes we have goals and we think that they're high in the sky, and we think that we have to be here forever to make them happen, and you don't. You need 3 months, 3 months, 1 to enter DIQ and the other 2 to get yourself to that $5,000 commission check. And once you guys start making that, it keeps coming. It keeps coming. And I never want you guys to drop below that, because this business, there's too much money to be made. There's too much money to be made in this business for you not to get at least $5,000 a month out of it. Okay, well, I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. If you have any questions, don't all hesitate to ask, but I cannot wait to see you making $5,000 a month in 3 months. Bye, guys.